Hello there, you alright? Oh, look at that, we've done a cheeky little thing. Thanks for joining us. I didn't know we were going to do that side-on thing. I had a whole spiel about you coming closer and stuff. It really threw me there. Thanks, Aidan. Love you, mate. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and Live Leak. Or you're watching us after the event on Facebook and YouTube. Everyone's jumped ship over to the Facebook, actually. The views are just going do-do-do-do, which is wonderful. As long as you're watching, it's all good. I don't mind. Watch however you like, however you want. We're going to focus tonight on the Nintendo Switch. We're all over this bad boy. I was there last weekend. I had a good damn... Oh, look at that. I had a damn good play with it. And in fact, I had the camera with me. I didn't really get much footage because I thought it would be more important to just actually have a good play with it and try and break it and all the rest of it. Bino's having a go at us already. Apparently I look 12. I know. I look beautiful, shut up. No, we're talking about Nintendo Switch tonight. Please, can the chat not all be about my beard going? Like, and this horrible beard rash that I've got and all the rest. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? But yeah, we're chatting Switch. We are, of course, chatting chiptune, and we are chatting about love, as we always do. Tonight on the couch, we've got my man Jordan. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, look at you there, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Having fun.
You're
doing a little dance there, aren't you?
I've got a beer tonight. I don't normally have a beer.
Bevies with the boys.
I'm dead excited. I've got an alcoholic ginger beer. It's really nice.
Is it the Krabby's one?
I think so.
Yeah, Krabby's is so nice.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, are you excited about the Wii? Are you excited about talking about the Wii with me?
The Wii?
I mean, the Switch. What I mean about? Do you know what? I'm already like... do you know what that is? That's that chat before where it was like, you might as well just buy a bloody Wii.
Yeah, no, to be fair, yeah. We'll be talking about that more later on in the show. But Switch, yeah, excited to get into Switch discussion. Obviously, we had the Nintendo Switch presentation that we all watched, and you headed down to the premiere event as well. So, yeah, lots of tasty details to talk about.
Thanks so much, Chloe, asking for all the sexy pictures and all the rest of it. That's not going to happen. Again, a lot of people keep saying that I look 12. I know, this is why I don't shave. This is why I have a beard, because I look. It's ridiculous. It's awful. Thanks so much as well. We've got Lee Harrod has joined us, saying he's very excited. Oh yeah, so am I. I love doing this. Highlight of my week. It is actually. I don't know actually. The radio show and this are like. But this is more exciting because this is a brand new thing and we're like writing the rules as we go. The radio is kind of just a pre-built thing and I just jump into it and I go, you know, this is where these knobs are. It's all just there and I work within those guidelines. But here, we're just making stuff up and going, let's do this now and we can do that. And it's kind of a little bit more exciting. Big love to BVTV. Thank you. Thanks for letting us do our show. That's what I got back then. Corvo said, "Oh, this is still being typed. Actually, I've got the com sheet, by the way. It's back, so the whole team have got access to this sheet that I will just read verbatim, and it's working brilliantly already. I'm very, very happy with it. Switch. I went to the event this weekend. Oh no, I didn't write it though, did I? We've got a competition. Should we talk about the competition first? Yeah. I'm really screwing with him today. Really screwing with him. Yeah, we got a competition. It'll be our pinned post and our pinned tweet. GameFaceShow. All one word, GameFaceShow. If you follow us on Twitter or Facebook, there'll be a pin post there. I don't know if it should be up. I don't know. I'm just trusting. Share, like, and reply. Tell us why you want to go there. I'll start doing it like that from now on, eh? Yeah, share, comment and reply. Tell us why you deserve the tickets. Our last giveaway went so well that they got in touch and they gave us more tickets. And this is for the full weekend. If you don't win as well, the same thing applies. GameFaceShow, all one word, and you can get like 20% discount. So if you're there buying your tickets for the weekender, you know where it says like code or whatever, GameFaceShow, all one word, you get 20% off and you make us look good. I have shaved my beard off, yes. This is... The Nintendo Switch is like one of the most contentious things that's happened, and I've gone and timed it so that I've shaved. I was so excited about seeing what you were all going to tell me tonight and what you were all thinking and feeling, and I've seen these huge arguments raging online about it. I thought, mate, this show's going to be awesome. And I have one little throwaway moment to impress my daughter, and suddenly, oh, Zelda, there she is. And that's it. That's all it is now. That's all it is. Oh, bloody hell, I've messed it up. Right, I've said about the competition. Let's move on to the Switch. I was very, very kindly invited to... There's me, there live. And I was very kindly invited by Nintendo and the Street Pass crew, and I was very much looked after, actually. It was wonderful. They put on a coach. I was there with the North Wales, Liverpool and Manchester Street Pass groups. And they really, really looked after us. They put on a bus, they put on food, drink... Really, really nice space, like not too many people, so the queues weren't insane, apart from for one game, but I'll come to that in just a minute. And yeah, I don't know, it was the bus was a bit noisy. I'm going to tell you now, the bus was very, very noisy, considering it was like 8 in the morning. The amount of screaming and shouting and cheering and people, many people doing DK rap all at once. It was a bit much for my daddy brain. I was looking forward to my little quiet morning. Not a lot of those people had kids, I tell you that now. Because I was like, just leave me be. But it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. And lovely people as well. Really, really nice. I've joined Street Pass North Wales and Liverpool now, and I said hello. And if anyone's watching, say hello. Oh, I should have put a post on, shouldn't I? Let them know. Let them know we're on. I'll do that during the next video, and I'll go, hello, you're all right. But yeah, the VR launch itself was wonderful. Can't complain. Big respect to Nintendo for putting it on in the way that they did. I think it was nice as well that it was obviously a press event that they extended out to competition winners and super fans, and yeah, big respect. I'm gonna give you positives on that. Ash OCR was there, and she did a little video for it, which will explain it all way better than I can. Can we play that now, please?
Good morning, guys. I'm having to be a little bit quiet because Jason's still in bed. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 on a Saturday morning. I've only had like 5 hours sleep. I am so tired. It was a very, very good reason for me to be awake at this time. But first, we need to switch to our gaming hoodie. And now we need to head out to Manchester to meet up with the Street Pass Manchester crew. So come on, guys, let's head to Manchester and go see the Street Pass crew. Come on. So guys, we're actually just stopped off at a rest break place just so we can actually stretch our legs and get some rest. It's been so much fun on the coach so far. Everyone's playing games, everyone's battling each other, everyone's getting to know each other. It's so great and so much fun. And in fact, we're actually going to switch to the coach right now so I can introduce you to everyone that's joining us at the Nintendo Switch event today. We have Street Pass Manchester! Hey! Street Pass North Wales! Hey! Street Pass Liverpool! Hey! And Graham from GameFaceShow! Oh my god, this queue is huge and it's freezing. Oh, we've got a long wait.
Switch, the brand new gaming system from Nintendo that combines the power of a home console with the mobility of a handheld. So, without further ado, please enjoy your time here today at the Nintendo Switch UK premiere. And we hope that you will look forward to the upcoming launch of Nintendo Switch.
Hello there, you alright? Oh, wait, where are we? Where are we? Oh, don't. Oh, Hayden's messing with me. Oh, screw you, man. Screw you so bad. You see, he always threatens to do this, but now he's actually doing it. And, yeah, no emails for you tonight. Speaking of Live League show, actually, the free client 01, because we are broadcasting on Live League right now, has said, the presenter is so sexy, I blasted my load all over the mic. It looks like it has a spider suit on, smiley face. Oh, thank you for that. We appreciate your feedback. Megan and Ashley are both pointing out my lack of beard, and Megan also said, "Oh, Sleepy Graham" during that video. Yeah, I was buffered in on that coach. I was like, I'm sleeping. Whilst everyone else was playing Mario Kart 8, thankfully, wonderfully. So the com sheet, I'm going to tell you now. Actually, screw this. So, right. So on the.
It's all falling apart.
No, it's not, right? That is to read verbatim, and that is like notes for saying, get on with it, or something like that. And I have to read this verbatim now. I've really made it difficult for everyone tonight by not paying attention and doing my job. I wonder who wrote that. I couldn't possibly imagine. Right, let's talk about the hardware with the Switch. You saw me then on that video having a good go on it. And I will say this, the everything that they sort of promised in terms of it sliding in and out, and, you know, they're going mobile, using the Pro Pads, stacking it up, and, you know, playing with it separately. It all kind of works. It's fine. It's all wonderful. I've got no issues with it. It's not a super amazing powerful thing, but it's HD and it's crisp and it looks nice and all the rest of it. And when it does go onto the handheld mode, I think a lot of the fears with, you know, people were checking out the clock speed and stuff like that. Doesn't matter. It actually looks better in handheld mode than it does on the big screen. It looks absolutely gorgeous, especially Mario Kart 8 that you're looking at now. There's me playing it, and there's me there, and some guy filming himself. Everyone was going mental on it. I really, really enjoyed Mario Kart 8, but then again, I've already played the crap out of it. So I knew that was a weird one. That we're gonna get onto that later in the show. Anyway, we'll get onto that later in the show. But no, it worked really, really well. The HD Rumble for the first 2 hours, I thought was a total scam. I wasn't buying it at all. Everything I did, it just felt like things were just rumbling and there was nothing else. I did try something though later on. The 1-2 Switch had a few. There was one demo where, pretend this is the pad, right? You hold the pad like that in your hand and you move it, and you can tell how many balls are inside, you know, like as if there's ball bearings inside it. There might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can, so when you go like that, you can feel the individual balls rolling, and you can feel them going doof, doof. Yeah, I bet Live Leak are loving this. Oh. So you can get the balls, but you can feel them rolling, and you can go doof, doof. And it was very, very impressive. But I'm not sure how useful that is, because in the cut and thrust of a fully fledged game, none of those subtleties really made a difference to anything. And there was a big fuss made about this key cracking, safe cracking thing. It was alright. I've had very, very similar effects with other Rumble packs and other games and stuff like that. There was just that one thing with the balls that was absolutely stunning. I don't get it beyond that. I don't know, what do you think of the hardware, Mr. Jordan Jabroni?
For me, like, it's one of those things, like you were saying there, it's you know, it's cool technology when it works, but the fact is, like, how well integrated is that going to be in the Switch's games library? Because one of the things that people said about the Wii U was that third party, so, you know, your big names like EA, Activision, Ubisoft, the support was not there for the Wii U. A couple of the games might have come out, like a Call of Duty here and a Batman game there, but there was no real presence on the Wii U. It wasn't anywhere near as endorsed as it was on the 360 and the PS3. And so that's one of the things I'm thinking about, is you've got the infrared sensor on the controller and you've got that rumble feature, but is that going to be integrated well enough? That's
the issue. I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't see anything about the. You know, there's that tech demo, wasn't there, where it was like paper, scissors. I didn't see anything related to that. And I will get on my thing as well, because I asked I had a whole list of questions that people had sent in to me, and there was this huge curtain of no in terms of, oh, we just don't know, and all the rest of it. So I was, will it have any kind of 3DS support? Nintendo have got a wonderful history of bringing, console support to their mobile market. No answers there at all, which again leads into the thing of, is Street Pass going to die? I was asking about mobile games. I was asking about other things, because it is a very, very solid, wonderful little tablet. Is it going to have Netflix? Is it going to have YouTube? Didn't get any answers. Is there going to be a camera? Or, loads of stuff. The online payload model, VR, AR, everyone just was like, I don't know, mate, don't know. And they were sending me around the room to different people wearing Madonna mics, and like, oh, he can tell you over there. And by the time I get there, one guy wearing a Madonna mic, it was just his job to hold the tripod. That's why he had a Madonna mic. So, I didn't get anything. Mike's just pointed out that there's no multimedia stuff at launch, and that's fair enough because these things do roll out bit by bit and all the rest of it. But I don't know. But I did try. I tried so hard to find out for you. I promise I did. There was a little stamp thing of all the games you play, and you get a free prize. I didn't even half fill it up because I was just chasing people trying to get answers for you. I'm gonna do a little bit of feedback now. I've been asked to stop effing about.
Terrible.
Apparently the GameFace com sheet is Game of the Year. I know this is the red stuff, and I'm not supposed to read the red stuff, but the red stuff, some of it's really good. Dunning-Kruger is my second favourite, apparently. I don't know who said that. I don't know what that relates to, but Dunning-Kruger is my favourite. Lots of things, actually. Very, very good. Wubs. Lee Harrod has asked how comfortable the controller is to hold. As you'd expect, the Pro controller is gorgeous. I don't know if it's 60 or 70 quid gorgeous. It just feels like a standard pad. I got into it, absolutely fine, no problems there. The only issue that I did have was the right Joy-Con. So when you lift it out of its dock and you're there, playing like that felt uncomfortable. So if you've seen the right one, you've got that stick that's kind of halfway up. So when you slide it off, you've got shoulder buttons inside. They're like revealed. I don't think they should have done that. I think they should have put the shoulder buttons on the outside and had both the analog sticks at the top and just had, hidden shoulder buttons, outer shoulder buttons, because it just doesn't feel right. You're trying to press the buttons and you keep bashing the stick. Maybe they've had a lot more time with it than me. Maybe it's something that you get used to. I'm primarily an Xbox pad user, so when I get a PlayStation pad, it's always a little bit odd. But it kind of feels like, when you've got a PlayStation pad and the sticks are a nice, good distance away from the buttons, you don't get that with a Switch at all. It's right there. You're trying to jump and you're knocking the view, and it's like, oh, I don't know. Megan says she can't tell if I've lost weight or it's just the beard. It's all about you tonight. It's a little bit of both, isn't it? This is important. Again. There's so much stuff about my beard. Corvo said, Graham, your beard. Yeah. Yes, I had a shave. I was in the bath with my daughter, and I was trimming and trying to tidy it up, and she found it hilarious. And one thing led to another, and we were both in the bath together, just covered in bits of Daddy's beard, and it was a lot of fun, and it was hilarious. And that's it. And apparently Beardgate is already a thing on the back of it. Oh, for God's sake. Right, I want to talk about the games a little bit, if I could. What? Finally! I'm dead on time here. Games, 25 minutes.
You're going to give Paul Hayden a heart attack tonight.
I am. I was literally to the second on time then. We're going to have a falling out, aren't we? You know what? I talk to him like this when I'm on air, and then I come off and I'm like, so how did that go? Was it all right? Or whatever. It's just, yeah. It's I don't know. Circuit Made has just joined us. Hello there. So the games, what I played was really, really good. 1-2 Switch was amazing. Should have been bundled in with the actual console itself. I've no idea why it wouldn't have been. Big shout out to this lady here. I was on my own, and a lot of the games were set up for 2-player. I was on my own, and I got this lady that you're seeing in this video right now. She stared me right in the eyes whilst we were milking a cow, and she just kept going, look at me, look me in. And every time I looked in the eye, I looked away, she just screamed at me till I was a gibbering wreck, and I was just like, okay. And she defeated me. I had my like, you know, oh, I'm going to get answers here. I'm going to test everything within the limits. Within 30 seconds, she completely destroyed me, and I respect her for that. And I've intentionally left that video there so you can have a quick look at her. She was my highlight of this whole thing. 1-2 Switch is amazing. If they do not bundle it with the Switch itself, then they are being fools, because anyone pays full price for a tech demo like that is going to be very, very upset very, very quickly. I
really hope someone...
Hold up!
I hope someone makes...
I've not gone see it. They can't hear you.
I hope someone makes gifs of your hand action.
They can't hear you. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. You need to tell me that after. They can't hear you. Look, because I'm talking about arms now. Look. Right? Arms, by the way, the other launch title. Very, very... I can't just jump back into that now. It's good. It's good. Yeah? It's surprisingly good. It really did surprise me. Come on, then. No, let's go to him. Let's go to him. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Right, yeah.
Go on,
so,
what?
Viewers...
Oh, my God. Words will be had.
Please,
such bad words.
Please, just go back to that 1-2 Switch section, make GIFs, make little clips, make them loop, of Graeme's hand actions during that whole section. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Back to you.
You jumped on my shit for that?
Yes.
He'd have done it anyway afterwards for you.
Do you know how much effort I put? I've literally timed what I'm saying to these videos. You know that, don't you? Beano's not happy. I'll tell you that now. It's already coming up.
Beano loves me. It's fine.
Chloe said, "Are you sure that was a cow you were milking?" That was the issue with it. That was the issue with it. It was very much, and after a while, it tells you to do both hands and all the rest of it. And I don't know. Mario Kart was amazing, but it's an old game. Zelda, the queue. In fact, we could probably run that pip now, or you've probably killed it now, haven't you? The queue for Zelda was insane. Hey! And it was worth it. It was very well worth it. It was an absolutely gorgeous game. You can tell it was originally made for the Wii U. There's a sort of artifact in it that is just a Wii U mote. But it was very, very, very much worth the queue. I did everything I could to make myself die. It was a beautiful, beautiful, stunning game. In terms of the floor, a huge portion of it, understandably, and you can see it here, was taken up with Zelda. People queuing for it. I'm glad I had a go of it, but I kind of feel like there needed to be something else on the level of Zelda. You know, there needed to be F-Zero, or there needed to be like a new Metroid, or even Mario. Do you know what I mean? Just anything. I felt like this wasn't enough. You know, everything I played for it was amazing. You know, Bomberman was great. They were all wonderful games. Nothing wrong with them. Worth 280 quid. I'm not too sure at this exact moment in time, but there's nothing wrong. Anyone that does buy it, if you've pre-ordered it and you're going to get it, you're not fussed about the price or whatever, you're not going to be disappointed. They're all fun games. They're all good games. Nothing wrong there. Have you got anything to say, Jordan? Go on. In terms of the lineup, the opening lineup.
Yeah, just like you were saying with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is not part of that starting lineup. And
no, it's in the launch window, isn't it?
Yeah, that launch window. But it's
I know that because my videos with the 2 launch games that you talked over. Thank you very much.
My point is,
I'm going to ride you for that for weeks.
No, it's fine.
Make
fine.
GIFs of me riding him for that shit. That's what I want.
Don't say make GIFs of riding. Because Chloe's going to get the wrong guy there, right? But like you're saying, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe should have been a day one thing, right? Zelda is on the Wii U. Like, for me, I'm losing reasons to be interested in the Switch in terms of that launch game lineup. I'm not saying it's not a console that I want to pick up. Maybe in like a year and a half, you know, maybe Boxing Day sales or something like that. But at the moment, it's not something where I'm like, oh yeah, I know I want a Switch.
I appreciate that. But there's a weird thing though, isn't it? It's like almost like Nintendo get more scrutiny in this way. You know, like when a new Xbox or PlayStation comes out, there's a little bit of shovelware, but everyone's like, oh, it's just shovelware, isn't it? You know, it's just cheap ports and stuff. Exactly the same thing happened with PS3 and Xbox 360. There'd be those dual versions of it and that. There's a weird thing there. Nintendo do it with Mario Kart and obviously Zelda, and everyone's like, how dare you? Because we love them. Because there's a weird love for Nintendo, isn't there? It's like we hold them to a higher standard almost.
It's nostalgia. That's mainly what it comes down to me.
My member berries.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting you say about the ports and stuff like that of the games, because there is that talk that FIFA on the Switch is going to be the same quality as the PS3 and the 360 versions, which, like, I understand it's a tablet, it's like a portable system, but, you know, the Xbox 360 came out in 2005. If a brand new console in 2017 is running a game at the same level as a console that's 12 years old, that's, for me, I've lost interest.
Ashley Butters has said, none of us are kids. And I've said, what's that? I reply, I don't know. Something about kids. None of us are kids, though. There were kids there, though. They did look after it. Sophus Mao has said, I want Zelda so much. Bino has said, again, words will be had. Jordan.
Yeah, I'm reading the
chat,
mate.
I want you to know that.
Chloe's getting excited. Bino is actively asking people to not make gifs of you riding me, so...
just... We'll do a green screen thing afterwards, and I'll put this out online, me just doing that, and we can put Jordan wherever you want. Mike again has said that all the full price tech demos, which, again though, you get that at launch with loads of stuff. I don't know. Affy has said, hopefully they add more and more games from the release date onwards and not have loads of gaps. That was a huge issue with the Wii U, wasn't it? You know, there was that just too long between games. The games that came out were absolutely solid, but there was just too long between, you know, people lost interest and everything. And that brings us quite nicely onto our ad break. All this needs paying for. It's about a minute and a half, and it is ads for other shows that are BVTV, so please watch it, and I'll see you in a second. Bye-bye.
Guys, we need you. I'm sorry for the focus, I moved then. Now, we've got this brand new show, GameFaceShow, it's going out. We're going to be on Twitch and YouTube, and we need you. We want your input. Help us make the show. It's all about you. So get in touch and get involved. Is that okay?
Attention, small business owner. When is a box more than just a box? No! No! Oh no, that's just weird. A box is more than just a box when it can give you a couple of extra hours in bed, or at the very least some time to do something more fun and or productive than bookkeeping. Just bang all your paperwork in a box and we'll take care of the rest. Accounts Direct. Accountants on your side.
Hello. A couple of things on the chat there. Chloe Wood has said, haha, this is better than Pornhub. Is that because of the... Well, yeah, in fact, she's replied to her own comment there saying, Boovy grinding Jordan. My fan fiction will be on the way. It will include the lack of beard too. Bino has said that Jordan is a lovely, delicate flower and we can't see him get enamoured into like this. No, I know, but I worked really hard on the structure for this show. In fact, Bino, you were the one I was trying to impress the most in terms of your feedback last week and the structure and everything. Hey? Have I upset you, Jordan?
No, I just know Bino's going to lock this in his end of show review. He's going to mark you down some personal points.
I know. He told me off for shouting at you last week as well, didn't he? Grandad has said, got to ride the GameFace hype train. I don't know where it is. We're riding it too, exactly. Well, what?
You know what that's about, mate.
No idea. Having a clue. Right, future of the Nintendo Switch. Will it win? What's going to happen? It's already sold out on Amazon. Joe Bleeps made a really, really good point, and this was in relation to the fact that a lot of people have been kicking off saying, oh, I can get Zelda on the Wii U, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be getting Zelda on the Wii U. I'm not spending 280 quid plus, you know, God knows, 60, 70 quid for the new game. I'm not spending 350 quid plus another 80 quid just for my second set of Joy-Cons, plus my Pro Pad, which is another 60 quid. I'm not doing all that. Plus 28 quid just to have a control. No, I'm not doing it. But you know what? I'm part of the gaming world. I'm part of all that nonsense. I'm one of the people that sits there analysing and worrying about all that. And the point that Joe Bleeps made that was a very, very good point was that Nintendo aren't marketing this system to me. Or possibly even you that are watching this, certainly not Jordan. They're marketing it to the people who played the Nintendo Wii 10 years ago, and you know they've not been on Nintendo for a good while. They've certainly not played Mario Kart 8 other than maybe at a mate's house or at the pub or something like that. They're marketing it to people who do not care that it was released on the Switch. They're marketing it to people who do not care that Zelda's a dual release. They just want the new thing that's awesome and everything. That's why they were on Jimmy Fallon the other night. That's why it's as fit as it is. And that's why the adverts are going the way they are. And I would say that all these sort of doom and gloomers are maybe just a little bit hasty, because ultimately, in the same way that reviews don't affect sales, they don't. All of us making all this big fuss about, well, it should have been priced this way, it should have been priced that way. You're not actually going to affect it that much, because you're not the people watching Jimmy Fallon that are going to buy it, that have already made it sold out. I would like to add that perspective to it, to be honest. Jordan, you look like you're going mad itching there to say something. What's going on?
For me, like, this is something I've said before that I find really interesting with the whole Nintendo Switch kind of marketing, and Nintendo as a whole, really. You know, this year we had the NES Classic, which also sold out everywhere, and was a massive thing in the gaming industry, considering it was basically just a little emulator box that didn't really do much. But there was the NES Classic, and then there was the Vans and the Nintendo cross-brand synergy. And I think one of the important things to remember, and you can see it plain as day when you watch that Jimmy Fallon presentation, is they're going after the people who grew up playing the NES, and they're going after the people who grew up in the 80s and the early 90s playing on the old 2D systems, on the old 8 and 16-bit consoles, and that's who I think are also being targeted. You know, people who've grown up and have got families now, who've got sons and daughters, and they're like, oh yeah, Nintendo, I remember that, I grew up on that. Oh, Zelda, Mario, those are still around. Yeah, I'm gonna get my kids started on those.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the core target audiences that they're targeting as well.
There's a poll between us, isn't there?
There's always a poll between us, Graham.
There's always a poll. It's an interesting one. Are you seriously? Bottom line though, because you can say this or that or whatever. Are you going to get one? Do you think you're going to get one?
Maybe at some point in the future. It would be the first Nintendo console that I would have owned since the GameCube, and that's really, like, for me, that's the standard, is because the GameCube, you know, had so much potential, but
it's a fantastic console.
The problem with the GameCube wasn't its own issues. The problem with the GameCube, apart from the fact that it had its own little tiny discs, which kind of made it a lesser performer in terms of graphics and level space and things like that, is the fact that the PS2 and the Xbox were just so frigging good.
Yeah.
The competition was too stiff. But you can't say the GameCube didn't have third-party licenses. You can't say the GameCube didn't have incredible first-party games. You know, and people used to complain about Star Fox Adventures not being a real Star Fox game. But look what we got on the Wii U. I'd take a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time clone with Star Fox in it any day over the crap that they put on the Wii U. Because, I mean, that's just embarrassing. I
love my Wii U. There's just not enough games on it. But oddly enough, it coincided with me becoming a father and my gaming time going right down. And actually, Bino has said, okay, Graham, what would make you get into buying it? And that's exactly it, to be honest. It's the sort of family element of it. I actually kind of really want to play things like 1-2 Switch. I'm not paying 40 or 50 quid for that pleasure, plus the extra pads and stuff. It's the price. It's literally the price. The console itself is $280, which isn't crazy money for a whole console. It's the peripherals though. It's just, it adds up so quickly. And you know, I want it. I do want it. I want the games. I love the whole style of it. But it's definitely the price. Completely puts me off. Paula Howard has said Nintendo 64 is the best, which is weird because I've got another thing to say. It's her first time on Facebook Live, so she's chatting across everything there, which is fair enough. Dean Martin has said Nintendo Dreams and Kojima memes. Thank you so much for that. Hiya, Dean. Hiya, everyone. I'm trying to keep on top of it. There's a hell of a lot going on. Oh, we're starting to run over. Let's move into the Chiptunes segment. Please keep it coming in terms of your Switch feedback. I will get to it as much as I can, and I read every word as soon as I get home. Save the Smell. This is a 26-track compilation raising money for the relocation of The Smell. It's in LA, and it's called You Can't Tear Down a Feeling. I had it on all day today, streaming. It was really good. Please, as they've said on their thing, if you don't want to buy it, you don't want to support, you know, local music and all the rest of it. Not that it's local to me, but it's local for them there. Give it a listen, because it's a bloody good thing. If you watch it on YouTube, there's links below. Oracle Mate, there's a link on the show sheet. Please share it, the little Bandcamp one there. And Jordan, if you could tweet it out, that'd be wonderful. Because half the time with this stuff, I just want you to give it a little listen, because it's beautiful. I would say though, there's a cover on there that Joe Bleeps will recognise, and Joe, mate, you did it better. I'm going to be honest, you did it better, and it's just one of you. Mega Ran has announced that he's going to be appearing at South by Southwest, which makes me very happy, because we're just creeping in more and more, aren't we? Bless his little face. He's going to be Saturday, March the 19th at Karma Lounge, and he's hitting the stage at 1:15 a.m, which in terms of South by Southwest and in terms of random is just absolutely perfect. Good on you, Mega Ran. I'm very happy about that. I hope there's a live stream, actually. I really do. Chiptunes for Autism. Oh, we're gonna have to go full screen on this bad boy, aren't we? I'm sorry about that. Hey, I was doing so well. So this is in Denton, Texas on April the 22nd. Oh yeah, I didn't do that, did I? Oh yeah. But then everyone will see that I'm just reading it off the thing then, won't they? And I thought Circuit Bird was going, but there was a bit of a mix-up. Circuit Bird got put on it, and I messaged her all excited, going, "You going to Texas?" But there was a bit of a confusion, so scrap Circuit Bird. That's not actually up to date in that respect, but they didn't get a new one to me in time. Right, let's check this comm sheet, eh? Let's see if there's anything else. Ashley has said, "I loved Star Fox Adventures, Dinosaur Planet for the win." And Paula Powder said, "I'm a multitasker, Graham, just like an Amiga." Ooh, you're teasing me with that. I don't want to say though until, because Paula Howard started something really cool out for us. I don't want to say just in case it goes like that, and then the gifts will be me going, "You promised, Graham," and you know what people are like. Graz is watching on Facebook. Hello there, you all right? Sammy as well. How do you rate the Switch? We've covered it, but obviously you might have missed it or whatever. Get on the YouTube, watch this again, subscribe. GameFace Show, all one word, GameFace Show. Put it into YouTube, subscribe. You can watch all the old videos, and if you're on YouTube as well, we have all these annotations and links below, and we go a bit mental with it. And if we can, we get I've just seen a great one. If we can, we get an article out to go with it as well. Circuit Bird has just said, "I thought the show was in Germany." Yeah, I wasn't going to say that on air, though. I didn't want to embarrass you. But there you go. You've said it publicly now, so we're all good. Jay has said that, "I thought the Nintendo Switch looked amazing. Something new. Zelda looked beautiful. I've already bought the console and 2 games." You're not wrong. It is something new, and it is very good. If you get it, you're not going to be disappointed. I tell you that now. It's very unlikely that you will be disappointed. It's a beautiful console. The mobile elements of it work well. For me, it's just cost at the moment. It just costs an insane amount for what you're getting. Insane. I can't even go there. Right, let's move on to the love. Have we got time? Yeah, oh God. We're dead on time. We're literally there to the second we're on time. Awesome Games Done Quick have just finished their epic live stream. It was from January 8th to January the 15th. It featured 181 games. Guess how much money their Twitch stream raised? This is insane. This is the Prevent Cancer Foundation. They raised $2.2 million. How mental is that? $2.2 million. I was just good on him. Absolutely wonderful. Jordan, you were saying some things off air about that. Do you want to repeat them on air, or was that a private conversation about awesome games done quick?
All I'm gonna say is, if you search awesome games done quick, cringe 2017 on YouTube, you've got potentially hours of entertainment, and that's all I'm saying about that. I said some other things, but they're not really stuff I should repeat on a...
Fair play.
It's not the Live Leak show, even though we are on Live Leak.
Hey, there's plenty I don't say on Live Leak show, man. It's all on the internet. It's all... As soon as you say it, it's classed as published, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's why I'm keeping my...
I mean, there's arguments in terms of satire and all the rest of it, but as far as a lot of people are concerned, then it is published and you should take it that way. Jordan, by the way, does a lot of stuff on our website and has really been pushing it at the moment. 2 articles. We've got Mario. There's a Mario article just gone up because this. In fact, Jordan's edited a little sneak preview, but get yourself on GameFaceShow.com. There's loads on there at the moment. It's going to be mental. I'm going to show you a sneak peek now, if that's all right. Obviously, that was a reaction to the sort of whole Mario being in the real world nonsense. And yeah, it was a GTA mod. It looks adorable. Get on GameFaceShow.com to have a look. We had another article that went out that I want to ask Jordan about in a minute. This is Injustice 2. They're now charging $99 for the full game, effectively. If you want the... And what this extra $40 gets you is 9 DLC characters. This game isn't even out yet. That's true, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. So this is all not Spider-Man, DC, isn't it? Yes. Superman and all the rest of it fighting.
Detective Comics, it's your Justice League, it's your Suicide Squad. Basically what they've done is you've got your standard game, which has over a dozen characters included. Then there's a digital deluxe edition at $69.99. Again, this is in dollars. With that you get an extra, it's what's called a premiere skin.
Yeah.
So what it is essentially is it's an extra character, but it's also like a palette swap. So they've got the same moves as a character that's already in the game, but they've got their own look, their own animations, and their own
don't because you're boring on advertising now. Do not buy Injustice 2.
Don't buy into this. Don't buy into the system, because
$99.
What they've done is they've come out and they've gone, there's 9 DLC characters that are going to come out for the game. We're not going to tell you what they are, but give us $100. And that is so ridiculous, especially when you know for a fact that this time next year we'll be talking about the Game of the Year edition that's coming out soon, with everything included.
Don't buy the Game of the Year edition either. Do not buy it in any way, shape or form. Do not give them your money.
If it's good, maybe wait for a Black Friday
Do you know what?
sale.
Even if it's good, message them and say, I think your game's amazing, I really, really want it, but you are a disgusting, scummy company charging $100 for a single game with DLC before it's even been released yet. No, don't buy it ever, and write to them and tell them why. Absolute scumbags. Sorry, it's just a perspective.
Yeah,
but sod the Game of the Year edition and all that nonsense. Game of the bloody Year edition.
It's one of those things, though. Are you going to buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again, though, if you get a Switch? Like,
no, I'm not. But that's not the thing is, though, Mario Kart Deluxe isn't charging me $100 bloody just to get all the characters in it.
No, but it's essentially a Game of the Year edition, is it not?
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Honestly. Don't support it in any way, shape or form. I hope Injustice 2 bombs and dies.
On the other hand,
I really do.
On the other hand, though, what we also covered on the website earlier this week, both Neo, the upcoming PS4 game, and Resident Evil 7 are doing free DLC. So, good times there.
We like Neo and thingy. I'm going on my own website and I'm going to do a big hate piece in the comments for Injustice now.
Before I forget, January the 21st, the final chance to play the Neo demo. So they had an alpha test, they had the beta test, which we actually wrote a little piece about a while ago. But also as well, they are doing what's called like the last chance to play the game.
Yeah.
And it's the last chance to earn the Mark of the Conqueror DLC. So you basically complete the demo, you get extra content for when the actual game comes out, and it's awesome. It's like Dark Souls meets Onimusha meets Tenchu.
We'll do a thing about it next week. Because we're running out of time now. I'm going to give a shout out for Gamer Disco, January 25th. We'll get a link out for it. They've got a party. You've got to go on Gamer Disco. So go on the Facebook, type Gamer Disco. You've got to be a member and you've got to comment on the event to actually get in there. It's like guest list only. But I don't think they're being horrible about it. January 25th is their next party. It is free. Improbable IO are doing a games jam. Oh, I haven't thought that through, have I, hey? Hey, I was like, I'll be all posh and do a nice see-through thing, and yeah, that hasn't worked, has it? I could just do that, couldn't I? These guys are doing a games jam on the 10th of February. It's going from the 10th of February till the 12th. You've got to register by the 30th of January, so you've just got like 11 more days to register. If anyone doesn't know about Impossible IO, give it a Google, have a look. It's really, really cool. It's like the single shard thing where you create the game, you then use their servers, and they have this wonderful fluid thing where there's no instances, the whole server's online, so you can go and chop down that tree over there and then bugger off miles away, and when you come back it still exists in its state. It's absolutely brilliant. Everyone that is working on the games jam is going to be doing it within Improbable's own operating system, so it's one of them where, you know, they're trying to raise awareness and all the rest of it. But there are prizes. So you have until the 30th of January to sign up, unless you're going to do it remote. If you do not live in London, you can do it from anywhere in the world. Look at that. It's terrible. You can do it from anywhere in the world. We'll get some links out for that if we can. Speaking of getting things out. Oh, God, we're running out of time. Oh, there we go. But yeah, Google that, it's awesome. Mike Pollock was on Sunday. We are getting the podcast out. The podcasts are coming back. There's now 3 people who volunteered to edit them, and the Mike one is with Oracle right now, so hopefully he's on it, and that's all good. And that's pretty much our show. Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. No, I know. Go on.
Do you want to reiterate who Mike Pollock is for those who aren't aware?
Well, he was there on the picture.
The voice of Eggman.
He was there on the picture.
This is a big deal for us.
It was a big deal.
And
we wasted 5 minutes just asking him what kind of coffee he liked.
No, to be fair, he led us down that tangent. He went on like this whole diatribe about USA Starbucks versus UK Starbucks, and we were just like, this is like a serious voice actor who's come on for nothing. Like, we haven't paid him.
Yeah, it was amazing.
None of his time, and he's spending that time with us. So, like, he was an awesome sport, so thank you very much to him.
Thank you for coming, Jordan. And
thank you for having me on.
I'm not really shouting at him. We're like, you know, it's part of the thing. Don't worry, he's not upset or anything. Next week there will definitely be no abuse in terms of the couch guests, because we've got our Sophus Mao and Sunday Stephen. They're going to be talking about VR Connect. They were there last Monday. Sunday Stephen is desperately editing it all right now, but yeah, my missus is going to be over there, so I'm going to be on my best behaviour. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Please tweet us at GameFaceShow. We love the Twitters. We're all over that more than anything, but you can get in touch loads of other ways. We check everything, of course we do. I'm going to leave you with Ash OCR's personal review of the Nintendo Switch.
Hi Graham, hi Kay, hi Affy, and hello to everyone watching GameFaceShow. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. But anyway, my opinion of the Nintendo Switch is actually a really positive one. There's been a lot of people giving really negative comments and really bad comments about how it's horrible, how it's terrible, how, oh my god, the price is too high, oh my god, it's not got the best graphics, oh my god, there's not any games coming out till December. I have to disagree with every single one of those comments. So guys, my first impressions of the Nintendo Switch are pretty amazing. I am not blown away, but I am very, very impressed by this technology, because Nintendo have actually come forward and said this is what it can do. It can do this, it can do this, it can do this, and it's exactly what it can do. The HD rumble feature that are in the controllers is extremely accurate and extremely sensitive. You can genuinely, in the ball game where they're rolling around and you've got to guess how many balls are in the box, you genuinely can feel them clicking and clacking inside, and it's very, very precise as to the location of the vibrations. It's extremely sensitive, it's really good. With the actual other Game 1-2 switch of the shooting, it can tell you exactly what height it was that you pressed the button. And even in the milking game, when you're doing that very suggestive motion, you can actually feel the rumble as you pull harder. The harder you pull, the faster you pull, you can actually feel it. It almost feels like it's dragging on you, as if you're genuinely doing the motion. It's very unusual, it's very strange, but it's so satisfying at the same time. It's very, very good. As for the console itself, it's tiny! It is really tiny! That's the only other way I can describe it. It's so small. When we actually went to the event to actually see the console, I was expecting it to be the size of the Wii or the Wii U or even slightly bigger, but it's not. It's just a bit bigger than the size of a DS XL. It's tight, it's really, really small, but in a good way. It can just slide onto the top of your shelf. It's like it's as big as a bookend, almost. A very big bookend, but it's as big as a bookend. So it can fit anywhere, it's super small. As for the actual portable device, it's the same size or just a bit bigger than a 3DS or maybe just a bit smaller than a Wii U. And it's really thin, it's really comfy to hold, it's really simple to use, it's so handy, and it genuinely is a portable system. It can fit in your bag and it can fit in your briefcase or whatever it is you decide to carry. Very easily portable. As for the actual controllers on the side, they really can just slide on and off. They are really simple to attach, they are really simple to take away. It's super easy to actually use, it's super easy to slide back on, it's really good in that respect. As for the docking system, you even saw Graeme use it, or if he's actually shown the clip yet, you've already seen him actually test the docking system, and it was super fast. Once the system was in, it took about 15 to 20 seconds to immediately upload onto the screen, and it didn't stall the game, it didn't freeze the game, it was exactly where you left the game off on the device, which was boom, straight on the TV. It was wonderful, it was super fast. And the actual console itself, the actual like portable Switch device, it runs at 720p, I believe the guys actually said. But you can't tell, it's like it sounds super slow, especially when you think the modern day computers can run at like 1280p and everything else. Yeah, it's not the fastest thing in the world. But you can't tell, you genuinely can't tell. The movement of the games and the swiftness is super clear, super easy to use, it's so nice. As for the actual mini screen itself, it's actually crystal clear, and I mean like LED screen crystal clear. I mean like crystal LED crystal clear. It is so precise, you can't see the pixels and you can't tell like the jumpiness, even though it's so slow at 720p, you can't tell. It is smooth as anything and it is wonderful to play on. It's like if you're playing 2-player on Mario Kart, for example, it can get a little difficult to see where you're going and it is difficult to see the mini-map and other players, but that's expected on such a small screen. But it is so small and handy that you can play it while you're on a train, you can play it while you're in the car like they're shown on the trailer. You really can play it anywhere, it is so small and handy. As for the video on the big screen, it is again, it doesn't run as fast as the Xbox or the PlayStation with like the super duper graphics. It runs at 1080p, but you can't tell that it runs slower. It is so smooth. Genuinely, the games that have been made for it are so wonderfully done. They are brilliant to play. It's really easy, you can't tell it's any slower, there's no glitching, there's no anything going wrong. It is super smooth and super easy to play. They really are. It's like even on Mario, it's like just wonderful fun. And the fact that you no longer have the wire connecting the two controllers is magical. It is so nice. So personally, all around, I think it's probably going to be my favourite ever console to date. That is a fantastic thing. I have not had such a drive and such a passion for a console in years, and it's so nice to have a console that isn't just focused on first-person shooters. It's actually focused on games that have a story and a meaning and adventure and fun and colourfulness and happiness, and it is just so nice, and I can't wait for this console. It's like I've still not pre-ordered it because I'm actually going to Game in the Arndale Centre to pre-order my game. And you might be thinking, why? Because you live in Warrington? Well, I've actually heard on the grapevine that Game Arndale are actually doing a midnight launch for the Nintendo Switch. And there may even be, or there possibly will be, a Street Past Manchester meetup prior to the launch. But don't take my word for it because I only heard it on the grapevine. But that is my opinion on the Nintendo Switch, guys. It is a really good console, it's a great concept, and Nintendo have delivered exactly what they said they are going to deliver, which is why it's took so long. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier with the way they've done it. It's like, yes, it's not the highest specs, but it means you can get more games for it, which is wonderful. It supports the indie gamers, or the indie developers, which is wonderful. So there you go, guys. That is my opinion of the Nintendo Switch. So until then, I'm going to switch off. Bye!